Hey hookers, welcome back to Inspired by a Smile. My name is Christy, and today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful, magnificent penis pillow. So if you have a hook and some yarn, let's get started. Alright, so I'm just got to adjust my camera. I got pretty excited today. Awesome. So I've got my 4mm here. And this is the shaft. I'm going to show you how to do the shaft right now and the tip of the penis, because it's the exact same size as the top. It's just got less rows on it, so we'll kill two birds with one stone here. Alright, so we're going to chain 4. And then join at the end with a slip stitch, and this is your circle. If you're comfortable with doing magic circle, I never think to say it, you can do those too, but I don't do magic circles, so this is what I do. So chain 1 after you join it, and you're going to do 10 half double crochet in the same stitch, or in the circle. So that's 10 half double crochet in total, going right into the circle. And again, these first few rows are going to be the same for the tip of the penis. And I always crochet over the little piece of yarn and then pull it tight at the end. Awesome. Okay, so just give it a pull once you have 10, and you can put it in between the stitches and onto the other side. Makes it easier when you go to turn your piece inside out at the end. So now just you're gonna do 2 half double crochet in the same stitch in the first one there, and then we're gonna put a stitch marker. At any time, guys, as well, if you don't mind and want to, you can go like my video. It helps bump it up and keep it in the algorithm, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, 2 half double crochet, same stitch, all the way around to the beginning for this row. And again, same for your tip. Alright, so we have that row done. Now the next row is going to start with a half double crochet in the first stitch, and then 2 in the same stitch for the next one. So you want to repeat that all the way around. Again, the tip of the penis, same thing. When you go to make it, we're going to have this row in there too. So 1, 2, and then 1 half double crochet all the way around. And don't forget, guys, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss any videos coming up. So 1, 2, and then 1 all the way around for this row. Awesome. Okay, so we're on to the first of the regular rows. So this is just going to be a half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So for the shaft, you're going to repeat this row in total 20 times, including this one. And then for the tip, you're only gonna use, how many rows is it now? 3, we're only gonna do 3 rows total of those for the tip. So 20 for the shaft, 1/2 double crochet each stitch. Oh wow, I almost couldn't talk. And then 3 rows for this. And don't forget to turn the pieces inside out after when you're done. Awesome. All right, so after fixing the camera here, it keeps getting excited, I guess. This is one of the balls. So I'll just show you how to make the second one. And then you guys can stop and make the other one. So chain 4, and we're going to join it at the end with a slip stitch again. And I would like to thank everyone who has been watching my videos so far. I really do appreciate all of you. And I really enjoy making videos for you guys. If you have any tutorial requests, please let me know. I enjoy taking those too. Some of my most popular videos have actually been recommended and suggested by you guys. So you can leave me a comment or find me on any of my social media platforms to ask. And if you want to follow me on them anyway, they're all linked at the top of my YouTube channel. So after you join the circle, you're going to do a chain, and then you want to do 10 half double crochet into the circle and crochet over the little piece of yarn again so you can pull it tight at the end. Again, 10 half double crochet into the circle after chaining 1. Also, it's never gosh, I'm drawing a blank. It's never expected, but if you would like to leave a donation on PayPal or sign up for my Patreon, that's also appreciated. The links are up at the top as well. The Patreon account, that is $3 a month. PayPal is a one-time donation. I never expect donations or anyone to sign up, but I do make sure to let you guys know in case you want to donate. And it is appreciated and helps a lot. So right now I did put 2 half double crochet same stitch in the first stitch and then put in my stitch marker, and this row will be all the same, 2 half double crochet same stitch all the way around. Awesome. So just keep going with those, and then I'll meet you at the beginning of the row. Alright, so we're at the end of the row. For this one, it's going to be a half double crochet in the first stitch and then 2 half double crochet in the same stitch for the next one. So 1, 2, and then 1 half double crochet all the way around. And this will be the last increase row. So just keep going with that all the way around again. Alright, so this row and the next, actually for the next 5 rows in total, you want to do a half double crochet in each stitch. So this row, including the other 4, you're going to have 5 in total, like I said. 1 half double crochet each stitch all the way around. I'll meet you back when you have 5. Alright, so now we're going to start the decrease rows. So at the beginning of this row, you're going to just go in like this and don't finish. Go in the second stitch and then pull 1 through and then pull those together. And now you're going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch for the next 3 stitches. And I'll show you guys how to do that decrease again after the first 3 here. And it's perfect when you get to the end. You'll find your first decrease, so it makes it easy to line up. So again, you go through, but not all the way through with the first one, and then the second one you're just going to go through once and pull, and keep going, 3 stitches in between. Alright, so we have this row's all done, and as you can see here, it does line up with my first decrease, so it makes it easy to see it actually. So now you're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then you're going to do a decrease again. So go through, not all the way, go to the next stitch and do 1, and then go through, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then decrease again, and keep doing that till you get to the beginning again. And again, it will line up at the bottom. You'll see it when you get there. If you do move your stitch marker per row, it's even easier, but you can use the decreases as a guide. Alright, so that's all done. So I'm going to skip a stitch over, do a slip stitch, and you want to leave a long enough tail so you can close up the hole to the ball, plus then sew it onto the pillow after. And again, you will definitely need 2 of these unless you're making a 1 ball penis for whatever odd reason you'd want to do that. I won't judge. Alright, so you're safe to take out the stitch marker and then turn it inside out. Now we're going to stuff the ball. So I just made sure that they're stuffed enough, like they're nice and they're firm but squishy, I guess you could say. And again, guys, at any time during the video, if you'd like to go hit the like button, I really appreciate it. If you have any questions about the tutorial at all, please let me know. I don't mind when you ask me the stupid questions, because if you don't, you're going to get frustrated, and the chances of you finishing sometimes, you know, you won't do it because you didn't, because you don't know the one step or something. So I know it can suck, it really does, but don't be afraid to ask. I really don't mind answering. I've been told I answer quite fast as well. It's part of our job. No one should feel like they can't message the person who did their tutorial or pattern or anything like that. We have to be accessible to you guys. So again, also, you can ask me right on the video, or you can find me on any of my social media platforms that you're on. I'm on all of them basically. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, oh my god, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, again on Patreon even. I think you can message me there even if you're not I don't know if you can message me if you are subscribed or not to that. I think you may be able to. But I'm available basically everywhere, so I should be on your platform. So anyways, we're just cinching the ball together so it's closed before, so that they're ready to sew onto the pillow. So I'm just going through the stitches like that, weaving the yarn through and pulling as I go. It's a nice squishy ball, but has firmness to it. Also, I do giveaways in that on my mostly on my Facebook page. I am trying to get up to 15,000 followers. I'm at 13.4 right now. When I get to 15,000, I'm going to do a giveaway for a $100 Amazon gift card. And a few of my crochet goodies will also be in this giveaway as well. So you get a gift card and some free creations by me. So if you want to follow me over there, if you're not already, that's awesome. I'm actually prepping a smaller giveaway right now, but it doesn't involve a gift card. I just like doing giveaways. I rarely sell my stuff. Would rather do giveaways instead. All right, so we're done that. And now I have 2 balls. Awesome job. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to make the little piercing that I did for the penis, the Prince Albert. I had to make it a little differently. I did a piercing on my boob pillow and I actually had to make it a bit different from that one. So I'll show you how I did this because the holes were smaller for the beads. It's a little easier to show you instead of just explaining what to do. So leave a long enough tail because you're sewing both ends into the tip and chain 4. So I also have to cut my yarn here too. I forgot to do that already. And I'm going to move my beads because I am a klutz. Alright, so right now I just have to, what you're going to do is cut a long enough piece of yarn because you need enough room as well. You need that other end free. So I'm going to just tie a little knot here. Now you're going to grab a sewing needle that will fit in your beads. If you have big enough bead holes, you don't even have to do this, but unfortunately it didn't want to go through the chain. So I couldn't just make a chain and then sew it on. I'm just happy that this worked. I went and bought beads just to make this tutorial, so I bought all those beads that you saw just for 3 beads to put on the penis. They're pretty though. Alright, so pick your beads if this is what you want to do as well. Some people just use their old jewelry as well if you want to do that. That's an option. And I think it's a cool idea too. So I'm just going to string through my 3 beads here. Awesome. Alright, so now I'm just going to tie a tiny knot on this side. Or actually, the way that you chain it, it kind of makes a nice little knot itself. But you have to go weird like that and wrap the yarn, and then you can pull tight and it makes a knot. And don't be shy, make sure it's like not too big. You want it the same size as the knot on the other side. And then you can chain 4 on this side. And then you're done. You just have to tie a knot and that's it. And then you can sew it to your penis after. Awesome. All right, on to the next part. Okay, so now I'm going to show you really quick how to make these, which doesn't take long because I'm just going to show you a shortened chain of how I made them. They match up nicely. Alright, so I'm just going to show you a little mini chain, but for both panels you actually want to do a chain of 35. You can even go a bit bigger if you want to for the pillow, but for this size pillow, it's a chain of 35 that you're going to do right now. So don't mind my little dinky chain, I'm just showing you how I made the panels. So pretend that's a chain 35, grab the chain, do one more chain, and where your thumb is holding the chain, go into that stitch there, so second from the hook. And then you're going to do a half double crochet in each back bump of the chain. And instead of, I'll show you what I do actually for each row. I did crochet in the top of the stitches only instead of going right into the stitch like I usually do. I like the look it gives on the pillow. Again, guys, if you're not subscribed or have notifications on the channel, please make sure that you do, so YouTube can let you know when I post new videos. And then follow me wherever you would like. All of my social links are on YouTube at the top. So chain, turn, and instead of going right in the stitch like I've been doing, go in the top stitch only. So when you go put your hook in, you're gonna only see it's like just like that top, it looks like a chain on top. Also, if you do again have any requests for tutorials, please let me know. I really enjoy hearing what you guys want me to make, and most of the time I'm a sucker and I make it. Alright, so this is almost done. So you're going to do your chain 35 like I said first, and this is what you'll be doing for the next 20 rows total if you make it the same size as this. So chain 35 and then 20 rows of half double crochet in the top stitch. Okay, so we're going to start sewing things together. We'll start with the Prince Albert because it has to be sewn into the tip first. Alright, so I think you should be able to see a little bit, but it's going right. I'm going to do the first one. I'm going to sew right through the middle because in all technicality, the Prince Albert is pierced through the pee hole. So that'll be the pee hole right there. So just go in like that, and then nice and tight, you're going to just sew through the back of the stitch, and you won't see this on the other side. You just go through a few times so that you know that the piercing is going to stay on. Now, of course, you can put your piercings in other places if you'd like. I chose this one. There's actually 3 different types of Prince Albert piercings I learned because I googled it first to make sure I actually put it in the right place, and I got an educational lesson at the same time. I just want to do the basic normal one, so I'm actually just I'm gonna line it up and we're gonna sew it just over a bit. And also make sure you like where you have it too. I'm actually fixing it here to go over. I'm gonna make it a little bit closer to the original spot where it went in. Not much, but enough to make a difference. Awesome. Of course, that one's a little shorter. Doesn't stop me though. There we go. Awesome. So that is on, and now we can focus on adding this part to the shaft. Just make sure that your piercing is in the right place and where you want it before continuing. Awesome job so far, guys. Alright, so now we're going to sew the tip onto the penis. Now I'm just going to stick it on top and line it up. If you guys have pins, go ahead and use them. I am not known for using pins at all. I bought some because I saw some people using them and thought, okay, well that's probably easier, but honestly I never ended up really using them because I'm stubborn and I'm used to my ways. But if you guys want to use pins here, it's probably it's not frowned upon. I'm just a wacko. So I'm just gonna line up the tip. It's pretty easy. You can feel the inside of the shaft and then kind of line it up with that circle in the middle where the tip of the penis is, the pee hole. And I'm gonna line up the yarn together at the back. So this piece of yarn here that I'm holding is lining up with the bottom of the penis actually. So technically this will be the back, I guess you could say. So you just go in and go as close over. You can go right in the next stitch if you want, but as long as you're going, I'm just gonna actually be going over a stitch. So you just in and out. It's actually fairly easy once you get it on here to just keep going. It's staying on there nicely actually all on its own. So you're just going to keep going all the way around the edge like that until you get back to the beginning. And again, if you do need to put in the pins, it may be a good idea. I'm just used to sewing without them. So go all the way around to the beginning. Alright, so we're ready to stuff the shaft and sew that onto the front of the pillow. But first, you want to just get rid of this here. So just go into the shaft. And I'm just gonna actually go, I always secure my pieces, so this is partially why I also don't see why people stuff first, because you can actually secure your pieces a lot better if you don't stuff first. So I'm going all the way up to where it is, and I'm gonna go on the inside of the stitch and fasten it off up there. Awesome. And I'm gonna snip that when I'm done. Now it's knotted and not going anywhere. Awesome. So I just shove that right up there. Make sure that you don't want a lumpy penis, so you can shape it as you go. And I never really overstuff pieces like this either. So if you have a little room at the bottom, like when you go to sew on, that's okay too. You don't get any stuffing stuck in the stitches or anything like that either when you do it like this. And you can always add in more stuffing when you're almost ready to, when, you know, as you go. So like when you're almost done even, you can add a bit more if you need to. And again, guys, if you're not following me on any of my other platforms and want to, please do so. All links are at the top of my channel. I like talking to people on the daily and making them laugh. So... and it's a good way if you need to get a hold of me. I am available. I like to be available on all platforms just in case, because sometimes, as much as I don't like certain platforms, I get messages on there too for questions about my tutorial, or someone wants to show me their finished piece or something. I really enjoy those too, so I like to be able to be accessible to you guys, especially if you were to need help. And I don't want you to feel like you can't get a hold of me. And do make sure that you are subscribed and have notifications on the channel. That's important. Sometimes I upload even just promotional videos to say what I'm doing next, or sometimes it's just advertising ones, but for the most part I like to show what I'm making next as well. And I am going to try and have some more educational videos on here too, talking about different things, like even just getting started with platforms if you're interested in content creating and all that fun stuff. I'm going to be putting some more stuff on here too, so you won't want to miss that. Especially if you're into the same things as I am. And I do plan on doing a giveaway shortly, but again, if you guys get me to 15,000 followers on Facebook, we're doing the bigger giveaway too. I'm excited for that one. I usually just do crochet stuff and crochet related things like hooks and that, but I decided to add the gift card as well. So this is the panel that we're going to use for the front because it matches the penis. So again, I'm just going to sew it on, but if you need to put pins, now would be the time to do that as well. But once it actually is pretty easy to just sew around the bottom if you don't want to use pins. Just make sure it's lined up. Once you get the first couple stitches in, it stays in place anyway and easy to guide. So you can go right through the pillow piece, just in and out like that. And I haven't overstuffed it, so there's no stuffing coming through the holes, which is awesome. Again, you can add in more if you have to, which I ended up doing, but not until closer to the end, when you see exactly how much you need. And make sure that you're sewing nice and tight. Awesome. So just keep going around like that. And then when you're done this, we'll sew the balls on. Alright, so I've got this lovely penis sewn on. It's looking beautiful. I haven't made this pillow in so long. I made it a very long time ago when I first made my boob pillow. They were his and hers pillows actually for me and my husband. So I'm excited to get this one on there. So I am right behind the penis here, and I'm making sure that it's nice and secure. Awesome. So now I'll show you how to sew one ball on. It's really going to be the same for both of them. So alright, so I'm just going to line that up. And we're going to sew, it's pretty basic. You're just going to make sure that you have it lined up. And then you can go through the front piece of the pillow and get it started. So you're just basically going in and out into the back of the ball. Again, just make sure that they are lined up properly first. I don't think you need to put pins here. You just hold the ball and make sure that it's in place. Getting in the first couple stitches helps because then you can at least hold it in place a little bit easier. So I'm going to put a few stitches in to make sure that it's like secure in that. I'm even going to attach it to the shaft once I get up there. So make sure you guys can see this the best that I can here. So you're just going to go in and out of the back of the ball and into the inside of the pillow until you have it on there to your liking. It really just needs a few stitches to hold it. And for added security, I did do a stitch into the shaft, like I said. Be doing that in a second. That isn't even necessarily needed either, but I decided to put it like that. Awesome. So right here, you can just go right into the shaft at the bottom like this and see now it's attached. A little added security so they're not loose everywhere, unless you want them that way. But I like how this turned out. Alright, so you can go right behind the ball and sew that. Make sure it's nice and secure. And sew the other one on the exact same way. See, it's nice and even for both sides. It looks great. Just keep going with that. Okay, so these are looking good. It's looking good up here. Awesome. Very, very nice. And don't worry, you didn't feel a thing. Okay, so we're gonna start putting the back piece on. Now, normally I would be able to sew, like usually when I do a pillow, I will sew it inside out until the last side that is open, but the penis is a bit too big, so we're gonna do it a little differently here. So I got the bottom lined up. And this row will be different from all the other ones, so I'll come back in to show you guys how to do the rest until we go to stuff it. So basically, I'm just going to go as tight as I can and go on the bottom of the stitches here. And you want to do that all the way till the end of this row, until you have the bottom sewed on. So nice and tight, make sure that it's just at the bottom. You don't want to see your stitches on the outside of the pillow after. And we're going to flap over the pillow once, well, the back piece once you're done with this row. But yeah, see, we're just going to keep going here. Like this for this row only. It sucks that I couldn't do it the other way, but it's alright. The penis is just too big. So just keep going, guys. See, it's once you fold it over, you don't really see much. Awesome. Alright, so we're at the end of that row. You can flip this over. So now it's just a little bit more tedious because we have the the darker color on the back. If you actually use the same color as the front, it's probably not going to look as bad if you just sew normally, but because I used a dark color on the back, we're going to sew on the inside of it, like the inside of the stitches, just like I did to finish off the pieces. And that you're just going to grab the inside of the stitch on the inside of the pillow, because then you won't see anything on the back. And you're going to do that all the way around. I'm going to come back in though before finishing off, because we got to stuff the pillow. I'll show you where to stuff it. As long as you put all the stitches on the inside of the pillow, it's not going to show on the back, like I said. Sometimes it can be a little harder to grab the inside of the stitch, but for the most part it's fairly easy and it'll look way better. And make sure you pull tight enough so that you don't see the yarn. And again, you're going to do this until you get to the till you only have one end open to stuff it up. And I'll come back in before we stuff it. Again, guys, I really appreciate everyone watching my videos. I love it. It's got me pretty far so far. I'm going to try and upload more tutorials too shortly, because I took a bit of a break. It got hot and just things have been happening at home and all that, so but I'm going to try my best to actually upload them a lot quicker than I was. So let's go all the way to here and then we're going to stuff. Okay, so we have one end open now. You're ready to stuff the pillow. So don't be shy with the stuffing. Make sure that you have it stuffed enough. This guy stands up very nicely on his own. I was almost worried because, I mean, like, if you make it too heavy on the front, it's not going to probably stand up very well. But this is the second time I've made this pillow, and both times I've been successful, it seems, so I'm excited. I tested it out as soon as I was done. So stuff right over. Make sure that there's enough stuffing in the corners over on the other side, and just keep maneuvering the stuffing with your hand until it's stuffed enough. Again, guys, if you are wanting something made that's not on my channel, please don't be afraid to ask. I really enjoy getting requests from you guys. Sometimes those are my top made videos after, so you guys really do help in more ways than one, so I appreciate you all. So now it's stuffed. Seems good to my liking. I'm going to continue sewing it the way that I was just sewing it there. You want to line it up as good as you can. And just grab hold of the corner. And again, you're going on the inside of the stitch, on the inside of the pillow. And the purple, well, the light purple does not matter, but the dark purple really matters. You want it to look good. And again, guys, if you aren't subscribed and have notifications on, make sure that they are, and follow me wherever you are on social media. I love talking to you guys too. Awesome. I'll meet back in when we're done this side. Alright, so that is all done. So I'm just going to show you how to fasten this off. Again, I really appreciate everyone watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And there will definitely be more soon. So just hide your yarn. I'm going in a couple times here. I went like a stitch over and went in again, and I'm going to go a stitch over and go in again. I'm so excited to get this on there because now it's on here with my boob pillow, and they make quite the decorative pieces, especially together if you want to make both. So here we go, zoomed out. Here is the beautiful penis pillow with a Prince Albert piercing. Awesome, those balls, shaft, very nice. It's done well. Awesome job, guys. Yay!